Hello folks, Corvus here. In today's video, we're going to have the new update from Diablo IV, the September 2020 update. Let's see what we got. And there's been some talk about trees, so we know that most of this update is about skill trees. Let's see. Okay, introduction, skills and talents, sorcerers, enchantment system, and game progression system. To the Diablo community, hello and welcome to a new installment of our quarterly Diablo IV developer updates. We enjoyed hearing your thoughts on our last blog and have followed many of the discussions it kicked off within the community. It's very encouraging for us to hear that you appreciate the steady update cadence and the behind-the-scenes looks at our early work. We are also excited by all the positive reactions we are seeing to the art, cinematics, and the addition of open-world gameplay to the Diablo franchise. The team has poured over a lot of constructive feedback regarding the current direction of the itemization, and we are looking to give you an update on items later in this year. Some of the progress we have made will speak directly to the questions we have seen raised in the community, so stay tuned. I couldn't be more excited to share the details in today's update. Our lead systems designer, David Kim, will take us on a deep dive into the ins and outs of the new skills and talent systems. We're currently playtesting the new systems, and the early feedback is super promising. I hope you enjoy it, and as always, we'll be following conversations on our forums as well as other community sites. Thank you for all your continued feedback and support in this journey as we make the game. Luis Barriga, Game Director, Diablo IV. Skills and Talents. Today we're going to look at the skills and talents, a topic many of you have asked about. But first, a quick update on the things we've shared in our previous development blogs. This is concerning the ancestral, demonic, angelic powers. To begin, some of you let us know that the fantasy of ancestral, demonic, angelic power just isn't cool enough in the current version of the pitch. Duly noted. Another problem we identified was the ratio of effort to rewards. For example, in order to gain a specific minor bonuses, player will most likely have to carry around several extra pieces of gear, each with different amounts of ancestral, demonic, angelic power on them. You will then need to constantly calculate each of the power levels of these items and compare with their overall power. It felt like an excessive amount of bookkeeping for the player. However, one thing we really liked about the system was the gameplay of managing stats in meaningful ways to hit certain bonus thresholds that then make your items better suited for the playstyle you are going for. We need some more time for iteration rework here and look forward to sharing more itemization in our next quarterly blog. Okay, so they are rethinking this a little bit. They are just going to simplify it and it works. I hope they come up with a nice solution for that. Legendary items. We are exploring some big changes in this space for two reasons. One, we agree with the feedback that a character's power is currently too dependent on items. We plan to put more on the item's power back into the character to reveal choices more impactful, rather than have the majority of player power coming from the items they have equipped. That said, it is important we strike the right balance so that itemization choices always feel meaningful. This is really good. I mean, right now in Diablo 3, items are everything. If you don't have the items, you cannot do nothing. Really nothing. So, if your character has probably not the power, but some of the power and the skills within you, it will be way better. It will open up a lot more types of styles to play and builds. That's a step in the right direction. We have also seen very mixed team feedback regarding core itemization. We are currently looking at how to best differentiate our various item qualities. For example, Should magic quality items have higher affix stats than rare items? You can expect to hear more about legendary items in our next vlog. Okay, so they are doing something with items. We're not going to see that till the end of the year probably, but they are looking into it. And I mean, at the end of the day, you are not going to be running probably a build with blue items, but if a blue item can have a higher stat, let's say higher strength than a legendary, it could be interesting. If you are pursuing a certain build that focuses solely on power, you may be able to come with something interesting. Alright, new skill system. They are actual trees. Look at that. As Louis mentioned, we have made some major changes to Diablo 4's skills and talent systems. We have been reading through a lot of the comments from the community and agree that the talent system needs more depth. Similarly, the skill system progression felt too simple, which created issues where a player would have no meaningful reason to spend all their skill points. With this valuable feedback in mind, we have been iterating on a new skill system. As you can see from the screenshot below, we have separate sections for skills and passives in our freshly painted skill tree. Take a look. This is the Sorcerer's skill tree. The branches contain skills and skill upgrades, while the roots contain powerful passive effects. Okay, let's see that in detail. Right away it seems way better compared to what they showed in BlizzCon. And I'm guessing the passives are the roots of the tree. And yeah, this is possibly one kind of specialization, another. Okay, so we have 5. It looks nice, it looks way better than before. And I'm just hoping that that's not all skill based, that you can do some interesting things with skills. Alright. The upper skill section is where you spend the skill points that you earn by leveling up. Here you unlock brand new skills, unlock additional functionality for the skills, unlock passive points that you can spend on the lower passive section of the tree. Okay, so top part it's skills and skills attributes. Nice. Lower part, passives. Here's an example. Release 6 bolts of lightning that course around in an erratic pattern, dealing 18 to 22 damage each. Deals lightning damage. Okay, so you are earning this skill. And I don't know if this is like the same branch of the tree. It seems not. Conjure a ball of lightning that slowly moves forward, zapping enemies for 25 to 31 damage, deals lightning damage. Okay, it will be interesting to see. Okay, now I've spent some points here. I have this skill, but what does this make? Maybe it reduces mana, it improves damage. It will also be cool to know if I have to activate it in order to progress, or maybe I'm not interested in this particular node and I could go further along and activate the ones that I like. I don't know. You can spend skill points and squared nodes to unlock new active skills for your character. Okay. So squares are new active skills. See how many you can get. We have 4 here, we have 6, 7, I'm guessing. Maybe this skill is not done yet. 8. Okay, there's quite a bit. And probably in order to get this skill you need to unlock this one. That makes sense. And this should be an improvement of this skill. Yeah, something like that. This one should be an improvement in this one. Okay. The upper skill section is where you will spend the skill points that you earn by leveling up. Here, you unlock brand new skills, unlock additional functionality for the skills, and unlock passive points that you can spend on the lower passive section of the tree. Okay, here's an example. So you already unlocked charge bolts, but by unlocking this upgrade node, you have an additional one. Okay. Another example, ball lightning collapses into crackling energy at the end of its path. Okay. And if you move near, you get mana back. Okay. I'd like to see some information about the Barbarian, but this is what we have. Spend points on circular upgrade nodes to enhance active skills you have unlocked. As you explore branches of the tree, you will find passive points. Okay, so I don't know if you have to spend points here in order to unlock the passive skills. Okay, here's an example of a passive skill, Overcharge. And there's ranks. The upper part doesn't seem to have ranks, this one does. Critical hit effect. Lightning damage has a 3% chance to create crackling energy. Okay, maybe that is activated from all the skills. You can spend passive points in the roots of the tree to unlock powerful effects. The skill tree you see above consists of many specific nodes, a sample of which you can see in the screenshot above. If we imagine every single node on that massive skill tree affecting different skills in different ways, the path you decide to take will determine big power increases and playstyle choices. The passive part of the system is where you will find more general upgrades to your character. These effects are not as specific to particular skills, therefore the skill tree will have a good mix of all types of different choices for players to make. One last thing we want to point out is that the players would not be able to acquire every skill tree node. We're currently aiming for 30–40% of the nodes filled in for Endgame, so that players can have very distinct and different ways they build out their character. Okay, that's nice. I mean, if you can get everything, it doesn't matter at the end. So I just hope that 30–40% it's quite enough to get some interesting skills, that you can really mix things that you are getting to make some fun builds to play. Sorcerer's enchantment system. Many of you might remember the Barbarian's unique arsenal system. Their ability to carry and smooth swap between multiple deadly weapons, which greatly increases their power. We have also been exploring unique class mechanics for our other classes. The main goal for us here is to have very unique class-specific mechanics in Diablo IV. We have this goal because Diablo is a kind of game where many players try out different builds or classes, especially during seasonal play. We believe that the unique class mechanics, with very different strengths and playstyles compared to other classes, will make exploring the different classes and playing the game much more fun. For the sorcerers, we've been trying out the enchantment system. This is how it works. Okay, so they have slots. You can get enchantment soon. The ball lightning skill, unlike other classes, each sorcerer skill has two possible effects. Sorcerer skills can be placed into two locations, an active skill slot that every other class also has access to, and an enchantment slot. If you place a skill in the enchantment slot, you can no longer use it as an active skill, but your character instead gains a secondary bonus power. So the sorcerers will have the same number of active skills that the other classes do, but also these passive forms of skills. That seems a little overpowered. The power you gain from enchantment is extremely significant, and you can currently make builds based around your enchantments, your active skills, or a mix of both. Okay, so probably this is the active skill, and the passive one. We have been testing this class mechanic for a while now, and the team feedback has been really positive. This new system now empowers you to make some interesting choices to strategize around which skills you will want to slot in as an enchantment, as you won't be able to put one skill in both places. You will go to the stronger one. In this case, you're probably going to choose to use Meteor as a passive skill. We're also exploring a grid-specific class mechanics as well, and we'll have more information on that to share in the future. So probably not this year. And progression system. Lastly, we have been hard at work on our endgame character progression system. This important feature is going to take a little more time to be in the next blog. Okay? But we want to mention it here because it will be other significant source of power that comes from your class. This system is intended to provide more depth and replayability than what Paragon currently offers in Diablo IV. We and many Blizzard gamers have talked about the concept of easy to learn, difficult to master. We believe that the endgame progression system is where the difficult to master component will come in. I should meet the expectations of the most hardcore Diablo players out there. We are excited to read through the feedback from the community regarding our revamped skill and talent systems, as well as our new Sorcerer's enchantment system. We are always reading through the comments on our forums, Reddit, social media, and more for your feedback. As always, please remember that none of this is final, as the game is still active in development. Your constructive discussions around these features will help Diablo IV's development the most, and we greatly appreciate all your continued support and discussion related to the game. We will see you all in our next quarterly update as we dive deeper into some of the itemization changes that we have coming. Thanks again, David Kim. Lead Systems Designer, Diablo IV. Okay, it was very short. Two main things from here. One, the sorcerers will be really overpowered, probably because not only the class will have access to the same number of active skills that all the other classes will have, that's at least 6 active skills, but also some passive skills, and that seems kind of unfair. I mean, we still don't have enough information from other classes, but they may have to rethink that. And the main thing, the skill tree. So you are probably going to be able to take 30 to 40% should be 2 of the 5 branches of the tree. I hope that's enough to make interesting builds. Not too much information this time. Please let me know if you think that this kind of approach will make probably the sorcerers too powerful. Even if we don't have any other information about classes, I mean, if you can use more skills than other classes, I'm thinking they may have to rethink that a little bit. Just by looking to the tree, it seems like too big, but if I'm really interested in one of the skills and I have to go through others that are not interesting in order to grab that one, it doesn't matter if the tree is too big, it's not going to be very fun having to waste skill points in order to get the ability you want. Let's just hope that that doesn't happen. I mean, we want flexibility, and if you have to grab things that you are not going to use, that's not flexibility. Let's see how they manage this. I hope they keep listening to the community and that they can offer you an interesting path. I personally don't care if you have a big, beautiful, dark tree if the choices you have to make are not really meaningful, or I mean, flexibility for me is not having to grab things that you don't want in order to play it the way you like. So let's just hope they take that into consideration. Okay guys, that's all the information that we have right now in this update from Diablo 4. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.